The publishing process begins when an agent submits a manuscript and the editor decides to acquire it. In most cases, this is through an auction, where interested publishing houses place competing bids. This can be a long process, and the agent is integral to the negotiation.
As an editor, there's that moment when you are reading a submission and things just start to click. You've got to have it. It's not just that you love it, but you have a vision for it and you want to tell everyone about it. Yes, there is a market calculus to be performed, but the first step is feeling the passion and being able to message that to your colleagues and back to the author and agent.
When I'm looking to acquire, what I need to find is someone who has a true voice for children, really writes naturally from a child's point of view in a plain, direct way, and it is really a rare talent.
Once the major points of the deal are confirmed between the author, agent, and editor, the contracts team puts together a final agreement using the standard company boilerplate. This includes the advance, royalties, foreign rights, and audio rights. Then the editorial process begins in earnest as the editor works closely with the author to hone the story. The editor may make suggested changes about storylines and character development, language, or structure. This will often involve a back and forth between the editor and author that includes lengthy edit letters as well as line-level edits.
Every author is different and every author wants to work in a different way. Some authors want to go away in a cave somewhere and write 100,000 words and then come back with 100,000 words and not be disturbed while they do that. Other writers need to have every page essentially checked over, read, and sort of assessed so that they can move forward. And so the first thing I do is try to work out a system that will work for both of us.
Each project requires something different, but I think the one thing that is consistent across all projects is that my job as an editor is to understand what the author is truly trying to say. And I see that as like extracting the truth from them. And that might mean helping them solidify what's on the page, but it might also mean asking them the right questions so that I can get at the issue that's truly in the back of their mind, but maybe hasn't made it out to the front yet.
The managing editorial team keeps the book on schedule by routing the edited manuscript through both copy editing and proofreading. Copy editors check for grammatical mistakes, consistency, and clarity while the manuscript is still in Word document form. The proofreader then reviews the final designed and formatted pages of the book before it goes to print, checking for any lingering errors in the typeset version of the manuscript.
Our job is to hear their voice and to take their prose and over the course of the copy editing and proofreading process to just make every author's book be the best possible version of itself that it can be.
While the book is being edited, the designers get to work on the cover and interior. Collaborating with the editor and author to understand the ultimate vision for the book, the designer creates the cover art and selects the interior layout and font. The design can go through several drafts before the editor approves the final version.
One of the first things we do is meet with our authors to decide what the visual program's going to be, the thing that's going to complement their text, the things that's going to set the style for the book, and we set the tone for what the brand of that book's going to be.
But print books are not the only types of books we create at Penguin Random House. Our cutting-edge audiobook and ebook teams transform stories into digital and audio platforms for all different devices.
When we produce an audiobook, it's not just what's on the page. We're producing an experience. We have a team of producers who are assigned a number of titles, and they spend all their time reading these books, collaborating with the author to make sure that the voice they have in that book is what comes out in the audiobook at the end of the day.
We're working very closely with all of the platform developers and their R&D teams to figure out what is the best use of that and what is the best use as they're developing new technologies.